Hey there, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com, and today I'm going to talk about how to use rowing exercises to help improve your cornering. Now, rowing on the bike has some important places, but one of the spots that a lot of us don't think about it is when we're cornering, because a lot of times what we're told to focus on is the inside hand and the counter pressure and the pushing with the inside hand, but that kind of creates a dumb dead hand up top. We don't want it doing nothing. Really what we want is a carefully coordinated push and pull, where as we're pushing with the bottom hand, we're also pulling with the upper hand. And it's that pushing and pulling action that helps create good, strong cornering technique. And so we can use a progression of exercises in the gym to help us improve this connection through our core with the pushing and pulling and enhance this basic movement skill. So the first one that I'm going to show you is a bent row, or with a 3-point row actually, because it's a bent row with one hand supporting, so I've got 3 points of contact. So what I'm going to use for this is an Indian club. You can use a kettlebell, a dumbbell, something else. I like the Indian club because one, it really helps build my wrist strength. Two, when I hold it with the weight towards the back, it really forces me to engage the lat. And three, I can either hold it in a neutral grip or I can turn it out and make it a little more mountain bike specific by having that handlebar type grip with the hand like that. So I'm going to demonstrate it with a point and back like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in a bent row position and I'm going to use this for extra support. Again, this could be a bench, this could be, you know, whatever, some boxes, whatever, but you've got your hand on this in front of you. So we're in this bent row position. Got my shoulders down, nice long spine. Now what I'm going to do is as I row this up, I'm going to think about driving my elbow behind me while pulling my thumb up towards my armpit. And I'm going to push this hand hard into what I've got it on here, this roller here. So again, I'm going to row, and as I row, I'm not just going to be neutral here. I'm going to push as I row and then bring it back down. Push as I row and bring it back down, push as I row and bring it back down. So it's that active pushing into what you have your hand in contact with that starts to build that connection through the core between the pushing and pulling that we're looking for. Now, the next progression of that is a bent counter row. And I'm going to use a steel mace to demonstrate this one. And again, you can use a barbell or something like that. But the basic idea is that you're going to get set in your bent row position, and again this time I'm going to row, but I'm going to row one side up and I'm going to keep the other side strong. Okay, I just keep that arm down, and so you see I'm having to actively push as I row this side up, and again that's creating that connection through my core and that pushing and pulling action, that coordinated pushing and pulling action that I'm looking for. And then finally, we're going to make this a little bit more mountain bike specific, and we're going to move into what I call a push-pull. And so same thing, you can use a barbell, or I got this mace here. I'm going to get over in my bent row position, but this time I'm going to come up with both hands about halfway. And what I'm looking for is a position that as I row, I'm going to push the other side and they're both going to reach the end point at the same time, and then they come back together. So again, I'll show you from this angle here. So I'm rowing as I'm pushing, and then I come back down. Row as I push, and I come back down. So this is my end point, is this middle position here, halfway between fully extended and up, and I'm pushing and pulling. And again, this is really getting that, you know, that push-pull. Again, we're actually connecting the push and pull together now, and getting that down. So again, going through that progression, starting with your 3-point row, but actively pushing as you're rowing. And again, we don't want any movement because of that, right? We want to remain nice and strong, but it's that intention of pushing as you're rowing that's getting that connection going. And then moving into your bent counter row, where we're keeping one arm straight as we're rowing the other side. And then finally your bent push-pull, while we're actively pushing and pulling. And so again, by using these exercises to build your rowing strength, plus that connection through the core with the pushing and pulling, and then thinking about this stuff and how it feels when you're on the trail and you're going to apply this into your cornering. So instead of just pushing with the inside hand to apply counter pressure, you're actively getting a push-pull, and it's going to result in a much stronger movement than just pushing with the inside hand and kind of letting the upper hand do nothing. So again, hopefully this has given you some things to think about, something to add into your routine to help you move better, to ride better, because really that's what it's all about, using stuff in the gym like this to help you understand how to move better on the bike, because that's what's going to help you have more fun on the trail. So again, once again, this has been James Wilson. You can check me out at bikejames.com. Got a bunch of free stuff you can sign up for there, free workouts and other free videos and tips. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tip, and I'll talk to you in the next one.